Hello everyone, I am in Turba in Estonia and the building behind me is Ellamaa power station. Funnily enough, the village is called Turba and Ellamaa is actually village 5 kilometers away. But this power station is still called Ellamaa power station. The construction of this was finished in 1923 and you might remember this from one of my earlier videos a few years ago. Because back then this building was dormant and I was telling about the hearsay that I heard that this was supposed to become a motorsport museum or a car museum, and I didn't actually know what was the actual plan. Now I do, because it actually has become a motorsport museum, Estonian Motorsport Museum, and I have to say I am absolutely impressed with what they have done with it, because while the building doesn't look that big from outside, it is definitely big from inside. And I just wanted to show you a glimpse, but I really hope that you are coming to see it yourself. The entrance isn't much. The entrance for the family is €20, or for an adult it's €10, for a child it's €5. And there really is a lot to see if you're interested of cars at all, or just history, because this building itself is nearly 100 years old now, and this building was built as a power station. At first it was a peat power station, and then it was electrical station until 1966. And after that it was used for heating the village and for various other things. So it has been in use until just 10-15 years ago maybe, when it became dormant. But fortunately somebody came up with a brilliant idea what to do with it. So let's head inside. This magnificent chimney has been the tallest point of Turba for many years. The architecture of this building is also very interesting, I find. As you can see, this seemingly small building from outside has several floors, and every single floor is filled with exponents. There's cars, there's motorbikes, anything to do with Estonian history of motorsports. Also, you can find old Formula 1s here that were actually produced in Estonia, because in the 50s and even up until 80s, Estonia was producing some Formula 1 cars. There are a lot of little details everywhere. So if you are actually interested of Estonian motorsport or motorsport in general, or even if you have been in some other museums such as Birmingham Motorbike Museum, which is the biggest in the world, I have been there, and still this museum is quite impressive here. There's a lot of personal details here. There's a lot of costumes that people wore while driving the rallies. There's cars that have actually been used and been the winners on different rallies. There's a lot of information on all the cars. For example, the year and where it was produced and who was using this. If you have this sign on the car, that means that you can go inside and you can try it and touch it and everything. Also, there's a lot of donations of different awards and rewards. There's also different exhibition pieces, such as this one. Unfortunately, it has the sign that you cannot enter this one, for obvious reasons, because to have this kind of piece in here is quite great, and obviously they don't want to wreck it, because this is the kind of car that government officials used to drive around in the late Soviet Union time, for example. Of course, I'm not going to show you the whole exhibition or every single piece, talking about every single piece, because all of these have so much history that to learn more yourself, you just have to come here, you have to touch these things and maybe sit inside these things, especially when it says that you can try it. Why not? These windows in this building, they're so magnificent. The person who designed that in the first place to be a power station did a great job, didn't they? And also there's some pieces left from the original power station. Like this one up there, a crane. This one here was a prototype Formula 1 car that was meant for driving in the younger class. And imagine that, only one example of that was made. And this one example is here. So this is not the only exponent, that is the only exhibition piece that is really, really rare. Something that you cannot see or touch anywhere else. So yeah, this is the kind of stuff that for me makes it worth coming here. That's all for today. I hope that you enjoyed the video and that it made you want to come and visit Motorsport Museum in Turba in Ellamaa Power Station. Thanks very much for watching and see you again in the next video. Bye!